Hey team, I have a 10-minute stretch routine for you. This would be a great 10-minute routine to put on to the end of one of your other workouts or to do by itself. All you're gonna need is a mat with or without shoes. I'll see you during the stretch. Okay, let's get started with a side stretch. You're gonna take your feet about shoulder distance apart and then catch onto your right wrist, gently tug it up and over to the left. You should be feeling this in your side body. Gently press your hips to the opposite direction. Go ahead and switch sides. We're going to be holding these stretches today for approximately 30 seconds each. Feel free to adjust your stance if you need that. Next up is our chest stretch. Interlace your fingers behind your glutes at the very base of your spine and gently straighten the elbows to an almost straight position. You have the option to bend the elbows and just place your hands on your lower back. Let's take it into our upper back stretch now. You can hook your palms or interlace your fingers and flip your palms as you round your back. Think about tucking your chin into your chest and bringing your shoulders close to your ears. You should be feeling this right between your shoulder blades. Very nice. All right, moving on. We will be taking it down into a forward fold, so you can either rest your hands on your thighs or your shins, or if you have the flexibility, you might even be able to reach fingers to the floor. Remember to have a soft bend in both knees and relax your head, neck, shoulders towards the ground. We are looking to feel this in the hamstrings. Very good job. Moving on, we will walk our hands forward for cobra stretch. Go ahead and plant your hands underneath your shoulders, keeping your elbows in. Press your chest, head, and shoulders up away from the mat. Feel free to go up halfway, quarter of the way, or all the way up, according to your own spinal flexibility. Relax your neck away from your ears. Relax your shoulders down your back. Should be feeling this in your abdominals and front body. Let's take it into child's pose next. So press up and back, bringing your hips towards your heels, extending the arms overhead, resting your forehead on the mat. Next up, we have cat-cow. Come to a tabletop position with your palms under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Exhaling into cat, rounding your back. Inhaling into cow, melting your belly down towards the mat. As always, move at your own pace. Go ahead and step one foot forward for kneeling low lunge, placing your hands on your front thigh. You can adjust your knee behind you so that you can find a comfortable place to stretch out your psoas hip flexor muscles. This is a really important stretch because we spend a lot of time in a seat. Let's go ahead and take it back into half splits. So pushing the hips to the back of your mat, lifting up your front toe and almost straightening your front knee. Feel free to keep as much of a bend in your knee as you need for this pretty intense hamstring stretch. You should be finding sensation in the back of your extended or front leg. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So the kneeling low lunge on your other side. Check that your foot is directly beneath your knee. Hands to your thigh as you lift up and away. Your back toe can be curled under or relaxed, whatever your personal preference is. Go ahead and shift back for half splits on the other side, side 2, stretching out that other hamstring, remembering to keep a soft knee, bowing at the hip. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and move that leg to the back of the mat for downward facing dog. This is a traditional yoga pose. Your feet should be about hip distance apart, parallel, all 10 toes facing forward. You may pedal here if that feels right, so bending one knee at a time, pressing the opposite heel towards the floor. You are upside down, so head between those biceps, tailbone really lifting high into the sky. Go ahead and stretch one leg up into the sky and then swing it forward, stepping right between your hands. Swivel your back heel down to the floor with a 45-degree turnout on that foot. Warrior One pose to stretch out your hip flexor and calf on your back leg, and then challenge the thigh muscle of your front leg. Feel free to have hands on your hips. Make sure that heel is rooted to the floor. Arms extended overhead is a more traditional version of this pose. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and transition to side 2 by stepping back into downward dog and reaching the other leg up. Go ahead and set yourself up in a Warrior One pose on the other side, really squaring through your shoulders and finding sensation in that back hip, back calf. Very nice. Let's bring ourselves down to the mat for cobbler's pose. Some of you may know this as butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together, sitting up nice and tall, knees opening to the side to stretch out inner thigh groin area. Excellent. Transitioning from your cobbler's pose into a side stretch variation. Kick out your left leg and stretch up your right arm up and over as you lean to the left. You can use your hand on the floor in front of or behind your leg for support, or you can reach for your foot if that's within your flexibility. I want to encourage you to really customize your range of motion to match what feels comfortable in your body. Let's switch sides. Think about really expanding your rib cage and opening it up to the ceiling. You can even turn your gaze up towards the sky to just get a little bit more in that side body. Excellent. Let's take a seated figure 4 stretch. Cross over one ankle above your knee and then slowly put weight onto your hands behind you so you can maintain a strong straight spine. Drag the bottom heel towards you and create some tension in that outer hip. Flex your feet here to protect the knees and see if you can push your chest up, keeping a long back. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Extend the other leg, crossing above the knee, flexing feet, planting those hands behind you for support. This is really a great stretch for runners and cyclists. We're gonna move on to inverted tabletop. So planting your feet parallel, knees parallel, press into your hands behind you, take a comfortable angle with those fingertips, and then you're lifting up the hips and chest towards the sky. You should find some sensation in the front of your shoulders into the pecs. And release. You are done with your 10-minute express stretch. I hope that you feel great. Have an awesome rest of your day. Hey guys, thanks so much for stretching with me. If you enjoyed this, please hit like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.